Hello, Elma here. Thanks for clicking over and joining me. In this free Now Healing video, we'll do a powerful healing session for the thing that you feel you most need to heal right now. Whatever you feel is painful or a problem or preventing you from living your life, we are going to do an instant morphic healing on your issue. And more importantly, on its hidden entanglements, especially this one thing that's hidden in plain sight, and 99% of the time we are completely oblivious to it. Most healing modalities ignore it, even though it's one of the top 5 blockages to healing. I'll tell you about my recent experience with this blockage, and we'll clear this hidden distortion for you so that you can move forward into your highest expression of health and happiness and wholeness. Okay, so what is in this healing that we're going to do? First, I'll tell you about that big hidden blockage so that you can be aware of what to look out for if it ever comes up for you again in the future. Then I'll give you a very simple process that actually activates real healing. And even if you've been with me for a while, this will be a new, updated activation. I'll show you how to go to your center and to enter the energy alignments into your field using a very easy, gentle breath. Then I'll give you some big, huge, powerful, silent alignments for your specific issue. And finally, you'll get the zoom out tool that you can take away and use on anything, and it's incredibly effective. Also, after the healing, I'll tell you about how you can take this even deeper, because although this short healing video can be enormously powerful, there's so much more that's possible to heal. Plus, I'll tell you about a new, unique technique that I've developed that I'm very excited about called the 12X Power Alignment Fast Zaps. And I'm really inspired about what that can do for us all. But first, let's clear that hidden blockage. What do you feel like you need to fix or improve or heal in your life? It could be a chronic pain or a recent upset. It may be really serious or just something slightly bugging you, or something you've just assumed you cannot heal, like allergies or worry about your kids or money or irritation with your boss or the dread that your car is going to break down or your lower back. So, what's your issue? What's wrong right now at this moment? And please choose one issue only for now. The thing that's bothering or upsetting or hurting or stressing you the most this minute. If you have lots of different things, find the first one that comes into your awareness. I'll give you a few seconds to find it. Okay, now let's gauge how much of a problem it is on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 would be the worst possible problem and 0 would be no problem. So tune into your issue. And what's the first number that jumps out at you? Okay, now remember that number. We'll come back to it later. Let's get ready to heal one angle of your issue that can have a huge impact and instant healing effect when we unravel and disentangle it. This is that basic, all-pervasive thing that's hiding right in front of our face, so we usually ignore it, and instead we go looking for the root cause of the problem and which part of our brain controls it, or which hormone or organ or meridian or chakra or karma or trauma or behavior we need to heal. But without healing that one hidden, overarching thing, healing those other specifics is much more difficult, and we can't see the forest that we're lost in because we're examining each cell on each leaf on each tree. So, what is this forest that we're ignoring? What is this big, unknown blockage? It's the assumption that something is wrong. This assumption makes everything in your life harder to heal. For instance, lower back pain is bad enough, But when you overlay the nagging sense that something is wrong onto the physical sensation of pain, that actually amplifies the physical pain. Now, I'm not talking about changing negative thinking into positive thinking. This goes much deeper than thoughts or beliefs or the subconscious mind. It's a perceptual filter that precedes thought and belief. It's like a sensory lens that's cloudy. And we're going to clean that lens in a moment. Now, you may think, well, of course there's something wrong. It's wrong that my boss is mean, or that my kid is sick, or that I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills, or that my back hurts. But focusing on what's wrong will not heal the problem, at least not nearly as fast as aligning with the larger field of healing and wholeness. Making that simple switch can have amazingly fast or even instant healing results. Focusing on what's wrong doesn't just block healing for big major pains or serious problems. It can pervade your everyday life, even the little things, and drag your whole life down. I grew up having this sense that something was always a little bit wrong, and that assumption just ran in the background for everything. Even if I was fairly happy and healthy, it was a subtle coloring of reality. There was always something I needed to fix about myself, my body, my personality, my intelligence, my love life, my family, friends, finances, work, success, even my spirituality. And most of all, there was this unknown stuff that could go wrong in the future, just this subtle, ominous note in the background. And for me, it wasn't dread or fear, although I know lots of my clients do have that. For me, it was a more practical sense that I should try harder, or I shouldn't be like that, or I might as well just give up because I'm not perfect. It was a form of guilt or self-blame. And it even snuck up on me again as I was making this video. I found myself saying, I'm too old and too fat. I shouldn't be on camera. That's just wrong. So I had to clear myself of that. And it took me a while to even realize that that was running in the background, even though that's the subject of this video. That's how all pervasive this sense can be, the sense that something is wrong with you or the world. So be aware of that as a possible blockage for anything. If I had allowed this to block me, I wouldn't be here right now about to do a healing for you in this video. I would not be able to live my purpose if I let that assumption that something was wrong run to its conclusion. Even seemingly minor assumptions about what's wrong can distort your life, like, my closet is messy, but I don't have time to clean it, so I'll just try to ignore it. That may not cause a total blockage that derails you completely, but the sense that something is even just a little bit wrong can eat up huge amounts of our energy when it's running in the background of our minds and bodies. It becomes part of our self-perception, self-talk, and self-perpetuating reality. So, getting back to your issue. In a moment, I'm going to have you tune in and become aware of what's wrong about it. And you're not going to be tuning into the pain or the upset. Like if it's back pain, you'll look for your interpretation of what's wrong with the pain. If it's your spouse taking you for granted, you'll tune into what's wrong with that. What's the part that's not right in your issue? Your criticism of it, or the circumstances that have conspired against you, or your rational reasons for why it's wrong, why it should improve, etc., etc. Okay, go ahead and tune in and see if you can find what's wrong about your issue. I'll be quiet for a moment, so go ahead now. Okay, whatever it is, and even if you're not sure exactly what it is, here's a powerful way to heal it. We're going to start the healing process by getting some distance from what's wrong with your issue and your issue itself. And I'm going to do one of the 3 basic now healing commands, which is disentangle. disentangle what's wrong with your issue from the issue and from you now. So that what's wrong is no longer in your immediate field. It's been disentangled. And let's create a virtual reality file folder marked "What's wrong with my issue?" Everything related to what's wrong in the whole universe is in that folder now. We cannot even begin to know what all of that is, and there's no need to try. We are simply commanding all the bits of information inside you and all over the universe that are entangled with what's wrong to assemble themselves into that folder now. It's happening now. And then we drag that folder into the now healing space, which is a space of instant connection to wholeness. I'm going to do some silent alignments on that for about 30 seconds, and I'll simply be connecting you and your issue to wholeness on several different levels. And your job is to participate by reading the words that show up on your screen and breathe them into your center, easily and comfortably. Bring these words into your center with your breath. Breathe in and think, "Align my issue with wholeness," and as you breathe out, think the word "now." Don't force it, just gently and slowly breathe the words in and out of your center. Breathe in, "Align my issue with wholeness." Breathe out, "now." And repeat that a few times as I do silent alignments. Go ahead. Okay, good. Feel those alignments rippling into your body, down into your cells and beyond. And notice how they're also rippling out into the universe at the speed of light. A huge number of things have shifted and will continue to shift. So what just happened? In a nutshell, we have multidimensionally disentangled you from the morphic field of what's wrong and aligned you with the larger fields of healing and wholeness. And as this healing ripples out into reality, there's even more. We're not quite done yet. I want to give you a way you can do this yourself. So here's a takeaway for you, a fast, instant healing tool you can use whenever you find yourself thinking, "What's wrong?" for any situation. This is a quickie version of the Zoom Out tool that's in the Heal Your Situation sessions, which I'll tell you about in a moment. But first, here's the Zoom Out tool. If something feels like a problem or pain, put it in a file folder on your virtual reality screen and then step back. Zoom out. So the folder becomes small, really small, and then it becomes a point, and then it disappears. This is not just a visualization. It's actually transforming and healing the morphic field of the problem, which affects all of reality. So let's look at your issue again. Tune into that issue that you wanted to heal and that you got a number on. Tune into it as it is right now, not how it was when we started. And notice what has changed. What number jumps out at you now on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no problem? Find that number and put it on your virtual reality screen. Whatever the number is, whether it's changed a whole lot or just a little, or you're not even sure, zoom out from that number until the number becomes a distant point and then disappears completely into nothing, 0. And take a breath as you reintegrate with your issue being at 0. No problem now. That was another example of how to use the zoom out tool on your number. Feel free to use it on anything. It's super powerful. And if you want more, we'll go into a lot deeper detail on the zoom out tool, plus many, many other instant healing, power healings in the audio package called Heal Your Situation, of which this was just a tiny little sample. Heal Your Situation is a fully customizable set of guided healing sessions for any pain, problem, or pattern, for whatever you want to heal, and it's deep and it's wide and it's infinitely powerful because you tap into wholeness as you listen. So if you're like most people and you got a nice shift from this free sample healing video and from the zoom out tool, then click over to the next page to see how you can get exponentially more and how to go much deeper and wider into your healing with the Heal Your Situation audios that I've designed to give you the most healing benefit. And many others have reported that it's highly healing and super effective. And if you felt an improvement from the free healing we just did, then it's very likely that this product, Heal Your Situation, can shift you out of your problems onto your path of powerful, positive potential. But if you're one of those rare people who did not notice any lightening up or any sense of ease or freedom or improvement from the free healing you just did, then Heal Your Situation may not be a good match for you. If you're not sure, then you can watch this video again and use a different problem that is actually bothering you right now so that you can track the before and after difference. But if you've tried it a couple of times and you just don't notice any improvement, then this is probably not for you. If you do notice improvement, then imagine how much more improvement you'll experience when we really go deep and unravel your situation from all different angles with the Heal Your Situation sessions. Because in this free healing that you just did, we only had time to work on one small part of your mental field, your interpretation of what's wrong with your situation. And it's very likely that even just this has helped a lot, because leaving the field of the problem of what's wrong is huge. It opens the doors to freedom and ease. But there's a lot more to heal in your life, even in just the mental component of your situation. So imagine what could shift when we go even deeper to disentangle all the hidden stuff, not just in one small area of your assumptions, but all your thoughts and the rest of your mental field. And then, of course, we go to your emotional body to free up any emotions that distort you and your situation. And then we do your whole body, your brain, your nerves, your cells, your energy centers and meridians. And then we heal what's outside of you. For instance, in your relationships, your finances, your work, and the whole rest of the outer universe, most of which is unknown, but that won't stop us from disentangling it anyway. Okay, so remember to use that zoom out tool, which is just one tiny part of Heal Your Situation, and click the button to find out about Heal Your Situation, the huge scope of healing that's actually in the Heal Your Situation package. It's comprehensive and completely customizable for whatever you want to heal. Plus, find out about all the cool new stuff like the unique 12x power alignments that are a whole new way to use morphic healing. And read about what other people are saying about Heal Your Situation. And most of all, find out about how it can help you and your loved ones with no need to learn a healing modality. So just click the button and meet me over on the next page to find out more.